Hi everyone, we are back on our YouTube channel Raid OverSimplified. I usually do Faction War at the end of the day, but since Harvest Jack becomes available via Sui Firstborn training event tomorrow, I do also have work, so I decided to just do Faction War upon opening tonight instead of tomorrow. I just uploaded the Undead 16 and 17 earlier today. I'll put a link here. Please do check it out if you are running Undeads. Anyway, I got quite a bit further than I thought I would with Lizardmen tonight. I've always had Draco since before his buff, and I use him obviously everywhere. If you guys watched any of my other videos, you would know that Draco to me is like Pikachu to Ash. I can't even get rid of him. Rosin in this comp is not tomed. I don't use him for anything else. He is a permanent fusion and not really a difficult one. I would highly recommend you guys fuse him and use him if you have the means available. Broadmaw is also a permanent fusion. A lot of people rate him very poorly, and I sincerely don't understand why. I've always thought that he has great utility basically everywhere. He is also the only reviver in this entire faction, I'm pretty sure. At least the only really viable one. Fu-shan is probably the MVP of this team. I have him on a stun set for increased stun potential in conjunction to his A2 and beyond his A2. Draco is fine by himself, applying defense down and weaken, but the extra debuffs from Rosin and Fu-shan never really hurt either. Jarek I've had built for a clan boss dating back to some time ago. He is no longer a part of my CB team, so I'm pretty happy I get to use him here in Faction War. I'm also pretty sure he is the one and only healer in this entire faction, if you can even consider him a healer. Lizardmen is one of those factions that I've always referred to in the High Elves and the Undead's Faction War video, that in my opinion doesn't really have what it takes to complete stage 21 in its current collection. The faction is just not well balanced enough, and it's currently, it just doesn't cover everything we need to complete Faction War. We are severely missing turn meter, shield, cleanse, ignore defense, heal, and a whole bunch of other stuff I can't even think off the top of my head. Probably attack down. I do love Broadmaw's revive though, because it comes with a block damage. If I could swap him for Gore Grab, I think I can beat Undead 21, but alas, that is not to be. This team represents a significant shift in philosophy from my other Faction War teams. It's by far the most aggressive. Even Rosin is geared with like plus 180 crit damage or something like that. I found pushing the envelope the way to go for what I have completed in this faction, because there is really no stall capability available. These two stages took a total of less than 12 minutes to complete, and I think that is really fast for these high level stages. I honestly never thought that I would make it to 19 with such an aggressive team, so definitely learned something new today. It's actually kind of interesting because now I'm thinking, if we were more aggressive in other factions instead of playing them all like High Elves, could that lead to better results? Highly unlikely, but you know, at least the process of finding out for sure will be quick and probably very painful. Stage 17 Wave 2 has the customary Soul Drinker. He has a passive that places bombs on your whole party when he dies, so either leave him for last or be aware of that. You're on a timer once he's down at least. Stage 17 Wave 3 has 5 of those Sacred Order looking rares, whatever they were. I found out the hard way that if you don't crowd control them, they will counter attack you every time you place a defense down on them, which is really annoying because we have 3 defense down champions in this comp and 2 of them are AoE. Thankfully they don't hit too hard, but the hits do add up really quickly if you let them. Stage 18 Wave 2 has a Hexia, a Paragon, and I think that's an Infernal Baroness. Might be an Azana. They pretty much look the same, but I'm pretty sure it's Infernal Baroness. It does cast Veil. If you watch my Barbarian 17-18 video, I'm pretty sure we fought this exact same wave. I can't really remember, but it's definitely not as much of a cakewalk without Turvold. I actually failed on it the first time. Second time around, I held Rosin's Bach down through the first wave and used it here, which made it a lot easier. Rosin would be such a great champion if his A3 cooldown didn't last an eternity. I mean, the cooldown is so stupidly long on that ability. Every time I use it, I feel like I'm firing a cannon on a pirate ship or something. You gotta load it, aim it, wind it up, light it on fire, and hopefully it doesn't blow up in place and make you install a pegged leg. Wave 3 sucks. Alright, Wave 3 18 just sucks. Flat out sucks. The Blind Seers is not fun. We know that from Barbarians and High Elves. The Seeker hits stupidly hard. I've never seen a Seeker one-shot something with his A1 before. I've seen it provoke, but one shot's a little extreme, but this one definitely does. The defense up is obnoxiously annoying as it is in arena. Especially considering we don't have an ignore defense in Lizardman, it's detrimental. The Karam also hits very hard. Thankfully, this wave isn't too fast though, so he's a little easier to control. I definitely recommend going after Blind Seer first. She does a whole host of things, and the wave in general becomes significantly more manageable once she dies. Anyway, I just wanted to share this team I built for the Lizardman faction. I wouldn't say there's a ton of different ways to do this. Like I said earlier, this faction is missing a lot of coverage, and probably not the best one to try to make it to stage 21 with right now. Of course, they're nerfing faction war. No one seems to be quite sure when or how much they are going to do so. So definitely wait and see is in order. And that's it for our Lizardman faction stages 17-18 video. I hope you're enjoying the grind and have a great day.